Hey, what's up, guys? Mike, Red Fox. Am I still buying GPUs for mining? Yeah. My mindset is to still get as many graphics cards as I can, as close to MSRP pricing as I can. And in this video, I want to talk about why, even considering all the things that are coming up on Ethereum and where mining profitability is at right now and GPU pricing. So we're going to walk through it. Let's switch over here. So the first thing we're looking at is the historical mining profitability going back a year. And you can see this huge, this is when things got really nuts, right? As soon as 2021 rolled in, there's a lot that contributed to that. And this is where we're at right now. So it's still, in comparison to where we were a year ago, amazing profitability. But it has come down a little bit, and that's okay. There's a lot that's driving that. One of those things is the price of Ethereum, which is, as of making this video, at $2,429, down from its crazy high of, I think it was $4,400. So it's come down a little bit. The other thing that's driving down mining profitability right now in comparison to where it was a few months ago are the Ethereum block rewards. And when you look at some of these recent block rewards here over on Etherscan, you can see they are 2.6, 2.5, right? And what happens here, just in case you don't know, is what gets paid out to the miner is the block reward, which is 2, and then the fees on top of that, which is, in this case, the 0.6 there. So when the fees get crazy high is when mining profitability can be really, really good. And all this is, of course, changing with Ethereum's EIP 1559, but you can see, and this is actually a little bit higher than they've been, but still, in general, the gas fees for Ethereum are really low. And all of those things are contributing to Ethereum mining profitability not being as high as it was just a few months ago. In my opinion, if you ask me, it's still absolutely wonderful. And that is one of the things that's really contributing to my continued drive to get as many GPUs as I can. So taking all that into account, the price of Ethereum coming down, Ethereum block rewards coming down, and this is the network hash rate. It's down a little bit. It's actually coming back up. So Ethereum net hash, this is the amount of miners on the network, to put it in its simplest terms. We got up to 610 terahash. This is that last year, right? And then it came down all the way to 555 terahash. And right now it's back up a little bit, but there's still 35 terahash that is unaccounted for from when it hit its 610 all-time high. So then you start going, well, what's happening there? Are people turning off their rigs? Are they selling their GPUs? Or are they just moving to maybe some other projects that are mineable that show some promise, doing some spec mining, considering what is coming up with the Ethereum network? I don't know that answer. I personally think it's highly unlikely that anybody's leaving mining at this point. Even with crazy high electricity costs, you are still very, very profitable in mining Ethereum. So talking about things coming up, right? These are all the things I'm thinking about considering the future of mining and still investing in GPUs. Coming up are the Ethereum network upgrades. We've already done one, the beacon chain, but the big one that's going to hit us miners is going to be the merge. And that's when proof of work gets turned off. Proof of work is what we use to mine Ethereum. It will move completely proof of stake. And Vitalik has come out just recently and said the goal is to have that by end of this year, if not first quarter next year. Now, I know if you've been following Ethereum or you've been in this space for a long time, Ethereum has a reputation for never hitting the mark. They've been wanting to move to proof of stake for years and years and years and years and years, though it does feel, at least to me, like a reality that it will be coming soon. And if that is the second punch in a 1-2 punch to mining, the first one certainly is EIP 1559, which is scheduled to come next month in July. And what that will do, as many of you I'm sure know, is instead of the miners getting paid the fee that's on top of the block reward of Ethereum, that fee will be burnt, and what miners will get is the 2 Ethereum block reward and then a miner tip, which we still have to see what that might look like in comparison to the fees that you would typically get. And I think we're getting a little bit of a sense of what profitability would look like because those fees are so low already. And Ethereum block rewards have been around to Ethereum. So really the profitability that you've seen maybe this last month and a half is about what you should expect, maybe a little lower when EIP 1559 kicks in. And so what happens then is the profitability of mining is very dependent on the price of Ethereum because there won't be this volatility of fees maybe being crazy one week and block rewards being 15, 20 Ethereum and really low the next week. So the price of Ethereum is really, I think, what mining profitability for ETH is going to live and die by as we move forward into the coming months until proof of work gets turned off completely. So if that's what's happening with the cryptocurrency space, what's happening in the GPU space? You can look here. This is on Tom's Hardware. This is actually really cool. I've been tracking GPU pricing for quite a few months here, and they just released a new update for the first 2 weeks of June 2021 and where GPU pricing is in comparison to where it's been. And you can look here. We're going to look at the RTX 30 series GPUs, and you can see the average prices of a 3090s, $3,000. This is what they're selling for on eBay. Obviously, scalp prices. We've got 3080 at 2,000, 3070 at 1,300. But what you can see is these prices are actually coming down. If we look at the 3080, it's down 11.5% from where it was just a few months ago. And the 3070 is down. The 3060 Ti, a killer for mining, is down 12.6%. And you can see if we go on eBay over to the sold listings for 3070s, a lot of these 3070s were selling for $1,400, $1,500, just last month. So they're certainly coming down. And you might say that's because these 3070 Ti's are out, 3080 Ti's are out. So there's more GPUs to choose from. There's better ones. Or you might say that, it's because mining profitability is down or our supply is up, which I don't really think is the case. But they're still really expensive. They're getting scalped really, really hard. And the pricing is still really out of whack, in my opinion. So that's what's happening in the GPU space. So that really leads me to these are all the things that I think about constantly when considering buying more GPUs. All of that along with, for me, there's the passion and belief that I have in GPU mining. And, being in it the last 4 years has really made me really bullish on the future of it, especially this last cycle when things just got really, really profitable and really fun. So I think about all of that when I consider buying new GPUs, and I do the math too. So for example, I just picked up this Zotac 3070 for this new $810 price, and I just sit on what to mine and I figure that out. What's it going to take, for me to pay off this GPU if I just worried about it having to pay off itself? So in this case, I built out a rig of 6 3070s. I hit calculate at a 10-cent electric rate, and I'm making, we'll just say $20 a day in profit off of that rig. So then I'm like, well, what's it going to take for me to pay that off? So let's do some math here. We're going to open up calculator. So what did I say? That is $810 GPU. And we're going to do, say, 6 of those. And we'll just round up for some other mining parts you might need, motherboard essentials. And we'll just say that I'm going to spend $5,000 on buying that rig or putting together that rig. And look at my break even. My break even is still 234 days, which is amazing. So then I think about, well, what's coming up? So say Ethereum hits first quarter of next year, turning off proof of work. I'm still in really good shape, getting kind of close to that, but I'll be in really good shape by the time that comes, even if I take into account a drop in profitability when EIP 1559 hits. If the price of Ethereum stays around where it's at, that price can go up dramatically and mining's more profitable and my break even goes down. But even if it stayed kind of where it's at, I'm really happy hitting that break even number. The other thing that I think about all the time, and many people forget, is that the hardware that I have will maintain a value. And I'm going to argue that that $810 Zotac GPU, even if it's a year from now, will maintain at least half its value. I think it'll be more, but say at least half its value. So let's just take that into account, my break-even cost. That means I have that asset that I can sell for half my break even if I wanted to, which means I only have to break even really on half of my upfront cost. And I can do that in a little over 3 months, almost 4 months. I can break even if I consider the asset that I have has resale value. And again, I'm considering that it'll be half the value that I paid for it, just maybe even a year from now. And traditionally, NVIDIA GPUs specifically hold more value than that over time. So that's what I think about. And I'm like, wow, the math works out. And where we're at price-wise in crypto works out. But again, behind all of that is just my love and passion for mining and the things that I've learned over the years that make me extremely bullish and passionate about it as I go forward. So even with the new GPUs that are out, these 3070 Ti's or the light hash rate GPUs, I'm still buying those. I got a couple of these coming this week because for me, all right, Ethereum's Ethereum, whatever happens there happens. But even if I consider going down to Ergo or Ravencoin, I'm still making $15, $18 a day on a GPU that's light hash rate. And that is still a really good break even. So like, I still want to buy as many GPUs as I possibly can. And for me, that means paying close as possible to MSRP. I will chase that all day. I do not want to pay scalp prices. But yeah, guys, I'm still trying to build the rigs, still buying GPUs. I got quite a bit coming this week. I'm really excited about the new GPUs and anything that I continue to add to my farm. All right, I think that's it. That's everything that's been going on up in here. I would love to know your thoughts on what you guys are doing. Are you still buying GPUs? Are you uncertain about what the future brings for mining? Let me know the latest GPUs you've picked up. If you picked up any of the new 3070 Ti's, 3080 Ti's, what algorithms are you going to put them on? Have you shifted any of your GPUs off Ethereum onto something else? Let me know all of that in the comment section. Join my Discord. We can chat about all of these things. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more content on GPU mining. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next video.